Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have found the best dupe palettes for Anastasia, Huda Beauty, Urban Decay, Too Faced, and I don't think you guys are ready. So sit back because this is gonna blow your socks off. We are comparing dupe eyeshadows to the real palettes. So these are all the palettes I will be talking about today. These are all from Shop Hush, and they have a lot of eyeshadow palettes that are dupes for really high-end brands such as Anastasia, Huda Beauty, Too Faced, Urban Decay. So today I created this eye look using a dupe eyeshadow on one eye and the real palette on the other eye. I feel like this video will be really helpful, and a lot of these palettes are only $10 versus brand name palettes that range anywhere from $30 all the way to $70. So I feel like this will be really helpful for a lot of you who don't feel like spending $60, $70 on an eyeshadow palette when you can get the same exact thing, same colors, everything for just $10 to $12. I had a lot of fun filming this video for you guys and comparing the eyeshadow palettes to determine if the dupe palettes are really worth it. So if you want to see the comparison between the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette and the Aphrodite palette from Shop Hush, then just keep watching. Welcome back. So as you can see, I already have my base on, my eyebrows, because today I want to focus on just doing the eyes and showing you guys these palettes. First, I am going to show you all of the palettes that I have from Shop Hush, and I will tell you what each palette is a dupe for. So this first one is called Bad Habit Inferno, and this is a dupe for the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. And I just wanted to mention that the colors in each palette are pretty much identical to the actual original palettes. Like if it's a dupe for the Anastasia palette, the colors are the exact same, they are just rearranged. So then we have the palette Bad Habit Aura. This is a dupe for the ABH Prism palette. It looks exactly the same. Again, the colors are just rearranged. I'm going to insert some swatches from each palette for you guys to look at because I want you to see just how pigmented each palette actually is. The quality of these eyeshadows are honestly insane for the price. I believe this one is also $10. So this palette, Athena, is a dupe for the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. I have it right here, so let me just put them side by side so you guys can see. So looking at them side by side, you will notice that the colors are exactly the same. They are just rearranged in the dupe palette, and obviously they have different names. It's just crazy to me how they were able to get the colors to be as close as possible to the Desert Dusk palette. And I honestly feel like if you stripped both of these palettes of their packaging and laid them next to each other and swatched them, they would be the exact same, and you wouldn't be able to tell which one is the Huda one and which one is the dupe palette. That is how close in pigmentation and color they really are. So since I have the Huda Beauty palette and the dupe palette to compare them for you guys, I'm gonna do a few swatches of the same exact colors in both palettes, so you'll get to see the comparison for yourself. Next, we have the palette called Retro Love. This is a dupe for the ABH Subculture palette. So this is what it looks like up close. Unfortunately, I don't have the Subculture palette to compare for you guys, but I will still do a few swatches. I think it's really cool that they created a dupe for the Subculture palette. Again, I think this palette is anywhere from $10 to $12. I also wanted to quickly mention that they also gave me a 10% off code for you guys, which is insane because these palettes are already so inexpensive. But if you are going to be looking into getting a palette for yourself or even a few, you can use the code kristinaxmakeup to save 10% on your purchase. So the last palette I'm going to mention is the Aphrodite palette. This is a dupe for the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette, which I have right here. So here are some swatches comparing the Aphrodite palette and the Rose Gold Huda Beauty palette. I'm just going to show you a few of the colors side by side so you guys can see the comparison between the two palettes. I'm going to use the same exact colors from both of the palettes, except on this eye I'm using the Huda Beauty palette, and on my right eye I'm going to use the Aphrodite palette. First I'm going into Sandalwood and then Henna. And the dupes for those two colors is Admire and Romance from the Aphrodite palette. I don't know what kind of look I'm doing yet. I think I might do a cut crease, but I do want to try as much colors as I can. Now I'm placing the dupe color for Sandalwood into my crease on this side of my eye. It's blending out just as easily and pigmented as the Huda one, so let's move on to the henna color. Okay, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm noticing that the Huda Beauty palette is starting to look a little muddy on my eye. I'm gonna try to blend it out with a clean brush. Now I'm going to take Cocoa from the Huda palette and Seduction from the Aphrodite palette. Okay, so far both eyes are looking the exact same. I don't really see much difference in the color or pigmentation. Even the fallout, there's barely fallout from both palettes. I think I want to highlight the brow bone really quickly. To highlight the brow bone, I'm taking Tease from the Dupe palette and Moon Dust from the Huda palette. This color Tease is very pigmented. I'm going to cut my crease with some concealer and a flat brush, and we'll move on to the lid color. So in love, fighting against all odds, barefoot on the grass. Okay, for the lid shade, I think I'm going to go with Trust Fund from the Huda palette and Adore from the Aphrodite palette. Okay, this Trust Fund color is giving me so much fallout and it's barely sticking to my lid. The shade Adore from the Dupe palette is picking up so much better on the brush than the Huda one was. Oh, wow. It's like liquid gold. Damn. So my initial thoughts on the shimmer shades is I feel like the Huda palette has way more fallout and it doesn't stick to your brush as easily as the Dupe palette does. But the pigmentation and both of the shades look pretty much identical on the eyes. So to finish off the look, I'm just going to apply some mascara. This is the Mad Lash from The Balm. I'm not going to do false lashes because I really want you guys to see the eyeshadow more clearly. And if you're wondering what I'm wearing on my lips, I am wearing Sugar Sugar lip gloss from Marc Jacobs. I've been wearing this every day since I got it and I really like it. So that wraps up this video. Don't forget to check the description box below. All the palettes will be linked as well as the discount code. So my final thoughts on the comparison of the two palettes. I feel like it looks exactly the same. The color, the pigmentation, even the quality of the eyeshadows is pretty much the same. I honestly feel like if you stripped both of these palettes from their packaging, you wouldn't be able to tell a difference with the formula and the eyeshadows. Being that the Huda palette is $64, I believe, and this one is only $12. So that is definitely saying a lot about the Dupe palette, and I think it's totally worth it. Also, let me know your thoughts on these Dupe eyeshadows and if you think that both eyes came out the same or if you think one is better than the other. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.